for your soul. Ooh, oh, good food, wine, conversation. Here for your consideration is good, good for your soul. Oh, it's good for your soul. Oh.
What's going on, family? Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Good for Your Soul. It's your girl Ari
and your girl Jess.
And listen, if you're tuning in with us on YouTube, we're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Audible, Amazon Prime, you name it. Thank you once again for all of your continuous support. And on YouTube, you can definitely see us live in the flesh, and you see four beautiful ladies sitting on this couch. And on my side of the couch, I have the privilege of having Tiana.
And on my side of the couch, I have
Jadea.
Awesome. So this week's topic is EntrepreneHER. So these lovely ladies have given us their time. We're going to kind of dive into all the ins and outs, the ups and downs of being a female entrepreneur in 2023. So Jess is going to kick us off. Jess, you ready?
I'm ready.
Ladies, y'all ready?
Yes.
Let's get into it.
So now we're going to dig into these EntrepreneHERs, starting with
Jadea. Hey y'all, my name is Jadea Graham. I'm the co-owner of the Health Lounge. We are everything health and wellness, and we also do aesthetics.
And then we have
Deanna. I'm Deanna Robinson. I am currently a veterinary assistant here in Clayton, and I have my own pet sitting business called For the Love of Pets.
All right. So you have heard it here first. We have Deanna with For the Love of Pets, and then we have Jadea with the Health Lounge. And so let's dig into some good conversations. Are y'all ready? Mm-hmm. All right, so the first question that I have is, it's a very simple question, but I also feel like it's a loaded question as well. So my first question is, what made you want to become an entrepreneur?
So what made me want to become an entrepreneur is, in the field that I am in, me and my business partner, it's not a lot of women and Black women doing it. So we wanted to go into it, and we wanted to make it comfortable for other Black women to get into this type of business, and as well as Black men as well, and let it be known that, you know, hey, like, we can get these services as well. We deserve this type of luxury. So that's why.
So I think I mainly went into business because I'm so used to being around animals, and a lot of people are always going on vacation, but you know, some of them can't take their fur babies with them. So having someone that can be in their house, trust them, and know that, you know, I can take care of their pets and make sure their home is good while they're away, it's an added bonus for them. So
Absolutely.
So I actually have a follow-up question for both of you. So I know a lot of people say, like, sometimes monetizing your passions makes you lose the love that you once had for it. So do you feel as if when you went into business with something that you already loved, that's like your love for it like decreased?
Oh no, not at all.
Right.
My love for it did not decrease. I always knew I wanted to do something like this. Both my business partner and I. So we went into it, we went onto it head on. So yeah, that's what we love to do. So it's just like, it's not work. It's just,
I know, absolutely not. I think that going into this business, you know, creating relationships with all of my clients and stuff, it's made me love it even more and want to keep doing it for as long as I possibly can. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with it for sure.
She's like, she loved it.
I love it. So I think, like, you guys both hit on the fact that this is your passion. Like, this is something that you love. As a female entrepreneur, what challenges have you all faced by, number one, doing what you love, but also trying to build your brand as well?
I would say the challenges that we face would have to be funding for Black businesses, for number one, and then also getting our name out there. Like I said, like, this is not like a field that Black women are in, so it's just kind of hard. Like, that's most of the challenge that we have, like, really just getting our name out here and building our brand, because when they see that this is what we do, it's kind of like a side eye, like, oh really? Or can you really do this? Or that's really the challenge, honestly.
Do you think it's like people don't understand your business more so?
Yes, like I would have to say the hardest thing is educating our people on it.
Mhm.
Like, when, of course, like we say something like, oh, you can get filler in your lips. Filler? I don't know. We don't need that. But it's just but now it's becoming, like a normal for us. And it's becoming, oh no, you don't have to look down on this. This is normal. We can get this. It's a luxury. You deserve it.
Right. You just
Treat yourself. I care.
I'm here for it, for sure. Deanna, what about you? What are some like struggles as a female entrepreneur that you faced with your business?
I think for me, like being a woman in veterinary medicine, there's mainly women, but also being Black in veterinary medicine is a huge challenge because there's literally only 2% of Black people that are veterinarians or in veterinary medicine. So it's challenging because I still get looks sometimes at work like, whoa, there's a Black girl that works around dogs and cats. I still
Black dogs. Everybody.
So I still get those looks, and then having people trust me to go into their house. Obviously I'm not stupid. I'm not going to steal stuff, but some people do. I've heard some crazy stories about people doing stuff. So I think that it's definitely hard in both of those aspects, but I think I'm doing okay. So,
do y'all think with like the push of like COVID and like Black owned businesses makes it easier on your business? Like I've seen like mixed things. So there was like, oh, Black owned business, you got all the hashtags, you got all these stickers that you can put on your business now. Then there's like this long list of people who want to give out money to specifically Black owned business, like keep the Black dollar. But then it's like, when you have those things and those resources, nobody's really utilizing them, or they're not really trying. Like it's just like, what do they call it? Word ministry. Nothing's actually happening.
I feel like in that case, a lot of Black businesses probably don't know that they have the opportunity to receive the funding. And then also too, if you don't receive the funding, I think it's because we're trying to go after it so much. It's so many of us, so it's kind of like, okay, I can only give it to certain, select businesses. So I mean, because we all need it. We need it.
Man, y'all are talking like real deep, for real. No, because I think a lot of times, you find a lot of other Black females going through the same struggles as far as being a Black female and trying to not just be successful but survive.
Yes.
You know what I mean, in their specific industry. And so my question to you guys would be, what if you can think of one thing that is so important to have within your business to see some results, what would that one thing be?
I think it's really important for me that people know that I am a veterinary assistant, so that if something were to happen while your animal is in my care, that I would be able to assist in whatever way. Because a lot of people, I think, don't understand like how crazy it is to work in a vet's office and how to handle all that stuff. And sometimes emergencies happen, and I've known some people, they don't know what to do because they're not in the field. So I think me being in the field already has helped me very much so.
I think what has helped me is being a nurse. I feel like a lot of my clients, like when they come to me, they'll see like my license and they say, oh, you're a nurse. And I'm like, yes, I'm a nurse. So what I'm doing, I've been trained for this. I've done everything I can possibly do. Trust me, you're coming to someone that is certified. Like, this is not just some janky, right. I'm like, yes, like I'm a nurse. Like I'm a registered nurse. So that's something that definitely benefits me for my business to be successful. A lot of people like to see that you are certified to do what you do.
Definitely credentials.
Right.
Go get them. Get your credentials. Okay.
That may be why your business is not doing.
But I also think too, and I've seen it with both of you all whenever you all post on social media, how you all do like real testimonies and actually show like before and after. It's like, I feel like with entrepreneurship, period, people want to see results. It doesn't matter what, industry you're in, they want to see the results. And some people want to feel the results.
Yes.
So, put it in my hand, because a lot of times too, like you'll have people, especially in your industry, they'll say, "Oh yeah, I'm certified in X, Y, and Z," but I don't see no results.
Right.
Yeah. Like I'm not seeing where I can slim down. I don't see it. So put it in my face. Let me see the results. And so going into that, how hard has branding your business been? I feel like that's something that's like
continual.
Yeah.
What are some struggles you all face with it?
I would say with branding, it's just like piggybacking off what you said. It's just honestly getting ourselves out there. Like I've noticed, like it's a change when we post more, put it in the face. Like you're gonna see my work, kind of like that. But I can tell the difference. Like when we're so busy and we're so into what we're doing, and we're not posting, we're not putting in their face. Like it's kind of like, okay, business may slow down a little bit. Yeah. Like people like to see, like, okay, what did you do today? What you gonna do tomorrow? You know, like I feel like that's the most difficult part of branding. But branding is something that's ongoing. Like you have to go back and have to keep your photos updated. They don't want to see old photos. Like, they want to know what it is. They really want to know what you're doing. Like they really want to know what you're doing. So I feel like that's the hard part about branding. It's constantly changing every day. Like you gotta keep branding yourself. Honestly, putting yourself out here.
I think for me, it's when I first started pet sitting. I only did it for like one of the doctors that was in my hospital, and then she told one of her clients about me, and then all of a sudden I had a whole like roster of people. So it's really like some people are like, oh, we are not really feel good about trusting people, but then somebody will say like, oh, well, she's amazing, and then it was just one thing after another. So really it's just the connect that's like in the animal hospital and who has used me before that has worked out really well for me. So, but yeah, it's definitely was hard at first because I was like, I don't know who to even go to even like who would want me to watch their pets. For girls like, hey, you gonna let me in your house? Yeah, right. So, yeah, but I think it's very much for sure.
And I think they like to see you be yourself too.
Yeah, right.
Like I'm authentic in everything that I do. Like when my clients come, they're like, "Oh my god, like your energy." The next thing you know, I'm getting a text like, "Girl, let's go for drinks." You know, and I love that for me, and I love that for my clients because I love that they can, you know, like relate to me on personal levels. Like, come to me, talk to me about anything. Like, this is your safe space. Come on,
right?
Like, so not only is she a registered nurse, but she was a counselor.
I am. I love each and every one of our clients. Like, I love having a relationship.
And I think you hit on something like even your brain side of you have personal interest. So it's like itself is who can be trusted. Right. You don't the charisma. It's like how people really do with you. So it's like that regard have self growth that has benefited your business.
For personal self growth, like I really don't know. Like I'm pretty much an open book, honestly. Like with everything that I do, everything that authentic. I mean, seriously, like that's been since I've been on this earth. Like I just always do, you know, like I just always do me. Like what you see with me is what you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really just an open book. So I'm growing every day, though. You know what I'm saying? Like we all have room to grow.
Right.
I mean, I'm just me, honestly.
That's it. That's the only way you can.
I mean, really. So stop copying.
Okay.
I mean, for real, because it shows. I mean, your clients can see when you are not being yourself. They can tell when you are not being authentic. And I'm telling you, it shows. It really shows. Love what you do because I do. Okay. For real. They can feel that energy. Right. They can feel that energy.
Yeah. You get in there, you got to
Right.
You got to stick me.
Right.
You don't know what you're doing?
Yeah. Why are you shaking?
It's not like that they'll take, and you say you go to like one of the nail shops, right? And not speaking great English, not be, you know, whatever. And you walk in and it's like somebody who's new that you could tell is in training. It's like, do I want you to touch my face?
No. I'll wait.
Right, because the energy you give off is like, if you don't trust yourself, why should I trust yourself?
Right. Trust yourself.
Absolutely.
Personal self growth. What you doing for yourself? Helping your business.
I think going off of how you interact with your clients. It's me walking into the house to see how is the dog going to react to me, how is the cat going to react to me, because I can walk into somebody's house and the dog can be growling at me, trying to snap at me and lunge at me. But if I come in on their level, like sitting down to their level, not walking in, like this is their house, so I am invading their space. So I usually walk in, I'm sitting down, they come to me, sniff me, and then it's a go. It's fine. Usually most of my clients are like, nobody ever does that. They just come, walk in right past the dog. I'm like, it's not about you. It's about the client, which is the dog. They need to feel comfortable with you, staying with him without their owners, without the people that they are used to. So I think just me walking in with my background, sitting down face to face with them, level to level, has really helped because, praise the Lord, I have not gotten bit by anybody in my own home. Hallelujah. I'm clear with that. But I think that has helped me out very much.
That's awesome. It's funny because I definitely just put two and two. I was like, your clients are dogs.
But I like that though because
you gotta please the people, their owners, and the dogs, which are the doubles. Like these people gotta trust you, but then also I'm like, I'm gonna be staying with you till end. So when I walk into this house, when they not eating, you better not bite me, you better not growling me, or you acting a good okay.
But I feel like also too, like that's the same across the board because I feel like the one thing that you guys said that we're both similar is the fact that you gotta be yourself.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what industry you're in, it doesn't matter where you're getting ready to start your business from, like you gotta be yourself. And you can't copy nobody.
You can't do that.
Okay.
So you said be yourself, and it made me think about like we all go through progressions, like we all grow through different seasons. So in the season that you birthed your business, for lack of better words, where were you at when it came to like mental space when you birthed your business? Like, was it in like a state of fear? Now, kind of in our business a little bit. Was it in a state of fear? Were you going through life and you were like, I need the extra income? And you were like, oh, this is like my passion. Like, I can just do it. Like, just what like, where were you at in that point in time when you birthed your business?
I feel like my mental was more so in the state of fear of failing. Mm-hmm. Like you always have a fear of failing. It's like, okay, is this going to be successful? Is this business going to fail? Right. It's more so like that was in my mind the whole time, honestly. Mm-hmm. I didn't know like how it was going to turn out. For instance, I'm a black woman going into this industry. Mm-hmm. How are people going to take to me? Right. Am I going to have clients? Like, are people going to trust me? Like, but I had to just put my best foot forward, bet it all on myself, put God first. I keep him first in everything that I do. So I'm like, I mean, if you do fail, that just wasn't in your journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, he orders our steps. Mm-hmm. But so far, it's been good. This is what I'm destined to do, you know? So this is in my journey. So I'm just walking in it. I just walk in it every day. So.
I think that I did also have a lot of fear going into it because I was like, you know, I've only done this for one person for the past couple of years. Like, who are these people to trust me to go into their home and make sure everything is good? So I think that it was definitely fear, and I was like, I think I'm crazy. I was like, I already have a crazy work schedule, so I'm gonna add something else on top of it. I was like, this is insane. But it's like, I don't know what I'm doing, but it has been a good balance between work and my second job, as you would say. And with, even though sometimes work-life balance has been all over the place, but I have been very, very blessed with this business, very blessed with my clients who support me and are still supporting me, and it's going good.
So I have a follow-up question.
Yeah, because
the fears. You already asked you know, how are you mentally? Mm-hmm. So my question is, what was your first step?
Like as far as like mentally, or first
as
step
far as starting your business?
The first step had to be, honestly, with us being that it is the medical industry, it had to be locking in attorneys. Like, it's when it comes to legalities, with what we do, you gotta lock it in.
That's right.
You don't mess around, you can't. You done messed around, got locked up.
Okay,
so legalities play a huge part in what we do. So that had to be the first part because we tried to go into it, start everything ourselves, But then we had to realize that we had to start everything over. Like once we locked in attorneys, they got us all the way right. You got to start this over. This has to be managed. This has to be done. So I have to feel like that was the most difficult part of starting our business, was making sure that everything we were doing was legal.
And how long have you been doing business?
So far it's a year in August, so it'll be 2 years next August.
Well, congratulations.
Big thing for me was immediately got pet insurance so that if anything happened under my care or something, I'd be covered. Like if I lost the key to somebody's house, if I dropped something and broke it, like very much covering, because a lot of people have cameras in their house and they are watching you every once in a while to make sure you're not doing nothing crazy, which is, you have a stranger coming in your house. It makes sense. So that was definitely the first thing. And then second thing was pricing, as far as the different services and trying to compare them to like actual boarding facilities and what would make me stand out from these boarding facilities as far as pricing and making the client feel comfortable, like, hey, the dog gets to stay at home. You don't have to pick it up and take it somewhere.
Right.
You have somebody coming in that'll make sure everything is good. So yeah, the insurance and the pricing was the two biggest things for me, for sure.
So make sure you cover it.
Okay.
Make sure you cover it. Yep. All right. I feel like you got a question.
I always got questions. Because what's still holding on to me is birthing something in fear.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't know if I want to go there, so I was like, post check. But birthing something in fear and then seeing the result of it in the end.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, you've been doing your business for a year, it'll be 2 years in August, and you've been doing yours for how long?
Officially the beginning of January, so it'll be a year.
Almost a year for you too, and it's like you birthed a thing in fear, and now a year later, now look at you.
Yeah.
And it's like we go through all of these mental cycles as women in general, and then being a Black female and like launching a business, and then you got to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders and all this beauty and stuff. It's hard work, and so we put all this stress on ourselves, birth something in fear, and then in the end, it's like, what was I stressing for? Stressing for what?
But I also think that's what makes the journey better.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like in order for you to see success, you got to be able to fall a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You got to experience that failure in order to actually grow and see why it all made sense in the end.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the fear never leaves, honestly.
No,
like
never.
you're still fearful of what could happen.
Right.
So yeah.
I mean, it's that.
Yeah,
It's
is
hard.
Like, it is hard.
It's
It's hard.
because there's people that will, what I have seen is people post about other pet sitters
Right.
saying like, oh, this lady came to my house one time, the dog or the animal was left alone for so ever however many hours, and that's not the purpose of pet sitting. You're supposed to be around the animal all the time. So, and I always make sure, like, when my clients get home, I'm like, does everything look okay in the house? Did I put everything back the way it was supposed to? Because I would never want someone
Right.
to go
Come to your
on
home.
social media about me saying,
Mhm.
like, she did this, this, and this. And I've seen
Right.
it, and I'm sure those people feel awful about it, but you just gotta make sure that your keys are keys. Your mama taught you how to clean. Put it back where it's supposed to go.
That's
Okay? Right.
For sure. So, y'all, I think we're going to wrap it up. But I have one last question before we wrap it up. If you could give any advice to a young female who is aspiring to be an entrepreneur, so she wants to start her own business, what advice would you give her?
I would say, honestly, just go for it.
Mm.
Like, just go for it. Like, I mean, you are going to be scared, but listen, like, it can happen. If I can do it, she can do it. You guys can do it. Like, you can do it too. Okay?
Talk about it.
Like, I mean, it's easier said than done. You
Yeah.
have some people that's, I'm telling you, go out there and get your LLC. It's easier said than done, but you can do it. It's going to take time. Do not compare your journey to someone else's because your journey is going to be different. And then you may get on Instagram and TikTok and all this and see all these people being successful, but behind closed doors, it may be something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
So have your own journey. Go for it.
Because they have been posting fake content. Like,
I mean,
Talk about it.
Google.
Hello.
They just not do that.
I'm telling you. Okay.
Yes, I would say please don't be afraid to start your business doing something that you love. And also, just my biggest thing that I had to learn really quick is make sure you have a really good work-life balance. Yes, your business is a part of you, but do not let it consume you. Make sure you have time for yourself, your family, your friends, but also make that money.
Okay.
You got no money, you done.
Listen, you better make the money, don't let the money make you.
Okay.
Okay, so before we close out, ladies, where can they find you all at on social media, and how can they lock into your business? So give us where you're located, just a little bit of a, shameless plug of where they can find you.
Little free ad.
Well, you can find me on Instagram at rnnurse_J, and also at the Health Lounge. We are located in Raleigh, North Carolina, and Houston, Texas. So you can find us in both of those locations. You can also find us on TikTok at the Health Lounge as well. So follow me.
Best way is my Facebook page, which is For the Love of Pets. Currently serving the Raleigh, Clayton, and Garner areas. So if anyone needs help around the holidays watching your fur babies, please let me know.
And we are also concierge, so we'll come to you.
Okay. Period.
We'll travel.
So y'all have heard it here first.
Hold on. Where can we find us?
Oh, let's see. I was gonna get there.
Look, I got you. You always go close. You always go close.
So y'all can find us at Good For Your Soul on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Spotify, and Audible.
There it is.
And then you can check us out at YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Okay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share it with somebody. And one more thing before you go. Follow these ladies because listen, they're gonna be able to help y'all. So thank y'all so much for chilling with us.
Thank you
And
guys.
giving us some insight. And so, Ari, I believe these ladies are what?
Good for your soul.
Good for your soul verified. So continue to check us out bi-weekly for new episodes. And listen, until next time.
Thanks, y'all.
See y'all later.
Good for your soul.